Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitz from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3. So I just finished the dirt race that we had on schedule. It was at the Texas Dirt Track, and I thought I'd lead in with Haley Deegan talking to us there. Hopefully I actually remember to do that, edit that correctly. But let's just see where I finished. I won the True Timber Camo 100. I won both stages as well, so maximum points and playoff points, even though it doesn't say so. So that's good. Definitely on the right track there. But it looks like we're going to head off to Kansas next. But I believe there were a couple things I wanted to do upgrade-wise. I can't quite remember. I think it was suspension people I needed to upgrade. Yes, Lauren is who I wanted to upgrade. So let's get you up to a 10. So let's see. So engine we have a 20. Aero we have a 19. No, not even 18. So I'm going to up you to 9. And then suspension we now have a 20 as well. So we now have 20 all around. Can we actually do that is the next question. Not yet. I'm going to upgrade the aerodynamics so that we can do that. But the next big purchase is going to have to be upgrading that suspension so that we can go to max 90 there. But we definitely got a good crew going on here. So let's get the speedway car ready. Get Melissa there, Mark there. Actually, take Mark off of that, put Midge there because that'll max that out. And then Millie there. Yep. And then next race we got the Charlotte Speedway, so we will get that car prepared as well. And then hopefully we'll have enough money for a suspension upgrade by the next time, but I have my doubts there. But yeah, we're looking good. We're slowly upgrading the car, so hopefully we can start competing for wins. I definitely think that 90 mark is a good thing to shoot for. But let's head off to the next race, which is at Kansas. Top 20 is our goal, so let's go. Alright, here we are finishing up our qualifying lap. Let's see where we qualify. 24th. Yeah, that wasn't a good lap for me. I need to loosen up the truck a bit. I'm already a lot looser than I usually am, but I think it's just because the suspension isn't as upgraded as everything else. I'm drifting up in the corners, so we are going to start 23rd, so it looks like somebody in front of us is going to the back. But let's start the race and see what happens. Austin Hill posted some fast laps in practice. Todd Gilliland won the pole. Clay Greenfield starting at the back. So that must be the person who we surpassed. The fact that he was in front of us in the first place is a bit concerning. But luckily that means we can start on the inside. Whether we can keep it there or not is the question. I also completely forgot to change the spotter like I said I would. I even said that after that dirt race I did off screen, and I'm like, no, I guess I don't want to do that. Alright. Not a bad restart. We're keeping with him. Top 20 is our goal right now, so that's good. We're right here. We're bump coughing a little bit. Need to be careful about that. Definitely starting to make some people mad. Josh Rayon with the move of a lifetime. We were 4 wide there momentarily. But I still managed to gain a spot, so can't get mad about that. I'm going to take the outside since I'm really not able to stick it to the bottom as well as I would like. And see if we can do anything with the high lane here. Go on the high side of Fontaine here, draft with Chavis. It's been a while since I played this game. Can't quite remember who's in what car. Especially in the truck series, because nobody's in the same car week to week, it seems like in real life, so. But we're moving up through the pack here. Slowly but surely, might even be able to crack top 15 before we end the stage. a good start. Definitely looking forward to getting that suspension upgraded because I feel like it will be a lot easier to turn in the corners. And that right now is my biggest hindrance. I'm having to let off a lot. And they just take it like there's no tomorrow, as demonstrated by Justin Fontaine there. Well, we got one lap to go on stage 1. Maybe we can get around Parker Klingerman if I do things right. Rough him up a little bit because my car is tight as crap. And we are clear of Klingerman. Alright. Wasn't a bad entry. I do have to lift off in the middle of the corner, which is not ideal. If I get that good arc, I don't have to lift off nearly as much, but when you're side by side, you can't really get that good arc into the corner, so. 16th in stage 1. Let's see. That was not enough laps, I don't think, to be able to pit here. So we are not going to pit. I don't think we ran enough laps to be able to flip the stage there, so we'll just pit with everybody else. Probably lose a million positions because I don't understand pit strategy in this game yet. I'm making some interesting moves here. We are 3 wide. Get to the bottom, get to the bottom. Alright, we blocked off Parker Klingerman, I believe that was. Lots of black cars in this game, so you never really know who's who. Also doesn't help that I record this like every 2 weeks, so don't always remember everything. But I was saying this in the Forza Horizon video. We're getting pretty close to having enough content to go back on a weekly schedule. I am going to be trying to backlog some videos. We're also going to be making stream footage into videos as well once I get going with that again. So we definitely have a lot of stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to, keeping this going, hopefully on a more consistent basis. Forza Horizon 4, we got Stone Block, Minecraft Stone Block with John. That's fun. F1 2018, if I can get the problems fixed out in that, I will hop back into that, but I was having some issues the last time I recorded. The game crashed about 4 times in the most inconvenient spots known to man. So maybe if I can get that fixed, I'll hop back into that. And then we got a couple other new things in the works as well, so definitely going to look into that as Corbin Forrester makes a move down to the inside of me and Ben Rhodes, because I just cannot keep it to the bottom here. 1 lap to go on stage 2, but definitely there's a few options with streaming as well. Me and John are going to experiment with Stone Block on stream. Forza Horizon 4 will be another game possibly on stream. And then I have been putting some thought into doing a championship mode on here at some point as well with the steering wheel. But that's definitely a long ways away. But we got some other options as well. There's the end of stage 2. Stage 2 was the talk about the planned stage apparently. 15th, not bad. I assume everybody's got a pit here. The question of the day. Are they going to take 4 tires? I am going to loosen up the car a bit, though. Add some tape, but I'm going to take 4 tires. I'm going to lose a bunch of spots. I know it. Never mind. I'm perfectly fine. We made some adjustments, so maybe we can move forward here. I was 100% expecting them to take 2 tires, but they didn't. Let's see if that tape adjustment in a combo with loosening up the car a bit will help. Turn in the corners a bit. We got an excellent restart there. We're actually pretty darn close to cracking the top 10 now that I look at it. Justin Fontaine's been moving up through the pack with us as well. So good to see some of the back markers getting close to the top 10. Corbin Forrester as well. But other than that, we got a bunch of regulars here, so. Ooh, turn. Nope, still can't quite turn as much as I would like. Probably could have loosened up the car a bit more. 3 wide with Justin Haley and Todd Gilliland here. Cleared Gilliland. Will be on the outside of Haley, which is fine by me. I can definitely control the car on the outside a lot better, and if I can get a draft off the corner, I usually get a decent run too. Maybe we'll experiment with the high side a bit here, see if we can maybe move through the pack a bit easier on the high lane, but I definitely need to have a draft in order to make it work. Oh, got a little too close there, that was on me. And we clear Haley. Alright, let's try to stick it to the bottom here and block. Car is definitely loose. It's wiggling a lot in the corners. So we've loosened it up enough. It's just not sticking to the bottom as well as I would like. So I think that just boils down to not having a very well upgraded suspension, honestly. So that's definitely going to be the next thing to look at here. I'm just trying to stay in these guys' draft without letting Haley pass us again, because otherwise we're never going to get back up to the front. But me trying to stick to the bottom is usually not an easy task, and if I go to the high side, Haley's going to pass me. So it's definitely a tough balance here. That was actually a pretty decent corner right there. At least from my perspective. How many laps to go here? 5? 6 laps to go. Alright. But yeah, definitely got some things in the works. I don't think what else there is. I'm still doing Crack Pack with John, even though I haven't been doing videos or streams on that. So be sure to check out his Twitch stream. Usually we do it on Mondays. With John and Justin and some of the others as well. I have a couple other games I want to try as Haley gets underneath us, and Infing is probably going to just follow him. I don't have any draft, but yeah, we got some other things possible. I have bought some new games, again, as I mentioned in Forza Horizon 4, with the Xbox Game Pass. Definitely gotten a few new things there that I'm going to check out. Also got some things on the Steam's Autumn Sale that I'm going to look at as well. Some of them single player, some of them multiplayer, some of them both. So definitely going to look at that. So we got a lot of stuff to look at here, and I'm hoping to get back to a regular schedule here, but we'll see what happens. So Infringle got passed, but he's also helping me draft up upon Mr. Haley here, as I drive into the corner way too deep and blow it. Alright, and here comes Todd Gilliland as well. Fabulous. Just fabulous. Drove that in way too deep there. Yep, I think we're going to be stuck here in 6th. Well, no. There's a pack behind us. So we got to defend here. But again, our goal is a top 20, and I think reasonably that's probably a good goal at this stage in our team. Block. Alright. That was a bit dirty, but we blocked him. Just trying to keep Austin Wayne Self behind us. Clay Greenfield made it all the way back from the starting in the back issue he had. Forgot what exactly it was. But I just can't keep it to the bottom. So definitely that suspension is going to be an important upgrade to get. But it's probably going to take a little while before we get that. Hopefully I can do some dirt races off screen and accumulate some money that way. But definitely going to be a bit before we get to that stage there. Probably could have bump drafted Self there, but I really am not in the business of making enemies right now. And bump drafting these guys is apparently a big no-no here. Alright, White Flag is now sponsored by Credit One Bank. We're in a really tight battle here with Greenfield. He washed up the track a bit and got into me. Alright, so now the battle with Greenfield pretty much over. Now we just gotta defend Ben Rhodes behind us. He's having a rough day. Somebody's won the race, probably the likes of Johnny Sauter or somebody, Brett Moffitt, like those usually end up winning the race. But we're gonna finish 18th. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, so Todd Gilliland won a stage, but then fell. How did he win a stage? We were fighting with him that whole race. Travis Spofford didn't finish, and Stuart Friesen won. Johnny Sauter won the other stage. So, good job to Stuart Friesen. I believe that's his first win of the season, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a lot of different winners early on in the season. I know Sauter won, Friesen won. I seem to remember Cody Coughlin won a race as well. So we've got a lot of different winners early on. We'll check out the full standings after this race when we get back to the menu. Alright, so not the best of paydays. Definitely, we need 45 grand to get the next upgrade, so not the best there, but we're 19th in points, so we got a ways to go before we can even think about getting in points contention. But yeah, let's head back to the menu here. And we'll check out the standings and then see if we have time for another race. Like I said, not the best payday, but money is money. Real nice driving, thank you, Justin Haley. Mighty fine racing, Josh Rayon, thank you very much. And Harrison Burton, clean race. So, looks like we definitely helped the rivalry front there. Let's see what we got going on next. Got a truck race. Let's see where it is. Charlotte. Okay. But let's check out the standings. I said I would do that. We'll check out the dirt standings as well. So on top, we got Johnny Sauter with 2 wins. Brett Moffitt has a win. Stuart Friesen has a win. Matt Crafton has a win. And I was right with Cody Coughlin having a win as well. There we are in 19th. And Timothy Peters is struggling. But there's the chase grid as of right now. We've only had 6 races, and we already got 5 different winners, and there's only 8 playoff spots. So I definitely feel like we're going to have more winners than there are playoff spots this season. Because John Hunter Nemechek usually wins a race, Grant Enfinger usually wins a race, Noah Gregson, Haley, Gilliland, all those guys usually end up winning races. And then in the Extreme Dirt Tour, we've got 3 wins, 19 playoff points. Brady Lewis has a win, so I could probably afford to sim some races and not do them off screen coming up. And then once we get closer to the playoff there, I'll probably kick back into gear. So let's see. What's our time? All right, we'll make this a longer episode. I've had some pretty short episodes recently, so we'll make this a bit of a longer episode. And we will also include Charlotte in this as well. Not much I can do with the money I have right now because I really need to get that suspension upgrade, which I just want to confirm was 45 grand, yes. So if we have a decent race at Charlotte, which I don't know, based on how it was at Kansas, I'm not too holding out too much hope there, but we'll see. So we'll get Melissa there. We will get Midge there, and we will get Millie there. And then next we have another speedway race. Dear Lord, we've had Martinsville. That's our only short track race I believe we've had so far. But we got Iowa coming up after that. But we got Texas, so prepare the speedway car again. I really find it interesting that the Truck Series runs on so many speedways, considering it's kind of like a transitional series from short tracks to speedway racing. I'm surprised it's not more of an even split between short tracks and speedways, but it is what it is. It always seems to provide interesting racing on mile and a halfs. So yeah, let's head off to Charlotte for the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. Alright, here we are finishing up our qualifying lap. Let's see where we are. 16th. I thought that was a good qualifying effort, and the game agrees with me. So, We're going with a very loose setup, but I'm able to stick it to the bottom pretty well here without having to lift off too much. Ben Rhodes is on the pole. Justin Fontaine in second. That's an interesting qualifying effort. But yeah, I like the setup. I think we might be able to maybe even compete for a top 10. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, but it's definitely possible. But let's start the race. We are starting 16th. North Carolina Education Lottery 200. Cody Coughlin did not have a good practice session. The team knows they can do better, but no other news and notes. Let's head straight off to the race here. Not a fan of being on the outside, so maybe we can cut down to the bottom. Last week's race winner in Stuart Friesen is starting right alongside. Love to get to the bottom, but I didn't really want to make it 3 wide either, but can't all get what we want, I guess. We did get around Yolan. See if we can clear, maybe. No, he's gonna get a run. I'm just gonna kind of bully Friesen. Okay, this was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. So, in case you didn't notice, that was a bad idea. 4 wide at Charlotte is a really bad idea. Luckily, we didn't get too much damage, but I actually am going to pit here. We're going to repair the damage, not going to make any setup adjustments, and we might be able to flip the stages here. But, yeah, that was a bad idea. I was hoping by the time I got to the corner I would have cleared Friesen, and it would have only been 3 wide, but that just was not the case, so. Alright, so now we're kind of stuck in the back here, and I really can't afford to get in another crash. So we're just going to have to be careful here. Hopefully, I've timed the fuel mileage perfect here. But I just can't afford another crash, because I really don't want to have to pit here. So let's just be smart, ride out the stage. We know we're faster than these guys, but we just got to be smart. Don't get any crashes, and don't make any rivals. Pretty sure Joe Nemechek was one of those people who wasn't a big fan of me, so. Oh, he's blocking, so I can't really do anything there. I could go to the high side, but that scares me a bit. So we're just going to shove Joe underneath Harrison Burton. Probably won't be the most appreciative of that, but it's for your own good, Joe. Oh, don't hit the apron, don't hit the apron. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Coming up to the last lap of the stage. I'm hoping that I've done my fuel mileage correct, but we will have to see. I'm going to try to get underneath Joe here. Maybe even Bailey Curry as well. Who tried to block me and force me onto the apron. Great. Alright. But we didn't crash, so that's good. Harrison Burton's going to get back by us again, and Travis Quatfo might follow. But he forced me onto the apron there. Probably could have been a little more aggressive, but we actually might even... Nope. I was just going to say we might even be able to get Joe at the line there, but it doesn't look like it. Let's see where the fuel mileage ended up. We're staying out. We're staying out. I think we got this. It's going to be darn close, but I think we got this. And we have a decent truck as well, so we might actually be able to stay up here for a little while. Let's just confirm. We got 10 laps of fuel, 10 laps to go. Jesus Christ, that's close. But we might be able to at least stay up here. Winning the race is probably not going to happen, if I'm being perfectly honest here. But if we can stay up here, I think we'll be in good shape. Grant Enfinger and Ben Rhodes are the 2 people we were fighting with in the back last race, so to have us 3 up front right now is very cool. I'm able to be flat out running the middle lane. Can't quite run the bottom with that, but it seems to work. We are a little slower than them on the straightaways, however, so I don't think we'll be able to stay in front, but I do think we could still come away with the top 10. Actually, now that I say that, we are gapping them a bit. Not by much, but a bit. Trying to look back here. Infinger's got it around that time. Turn 1 and 2 is definitely a better set of turns because we're not carrying as much speed into the corners. And we're able to stick to the bottom. 3 and 4, I do have to be careful in 3 and 4. I can't quite stick it to the bottom going full throttle. But me and Infinger do have a bit of a gap to Johnny Sauter, so if Infinger does get past us, which theoretically probably will happen. Oh, he tried to get there, but he didn't quite get underneath me there. You just got to get to a point where if he get past me. Oh, we blocked hard there, but I overdrove the corner. He's probably gonna have an opening here. All right, but we got to protect our second place if we can't get past Infinger, which I highly doubt will happen. We just got to try to protect with Sauter. A win would be great, but it's probably not going to happen, in all honesty. But, then again, with the draft on Infinger, we might be able to stay with him and pull a move later on. So if I can just stay in his draft, arc into the corner, and keep it close, with the draft, we might be able to pull a move. But we are pulling away from Johnny Sauter. 5 laps to go as the game freezes momentarily. And I hit the wall. Man, that brought me back to F1 2018 right there. Stay in his draft. Stay in his draft. Alright, good, good. Oh, I don't think we're close enough to be able to do anything. We're going to really have to gain a couple tenths here if we want to be able to do anything. Be really aggressive in turns 1 and 2 here. Definitely got a good run there. Just stay in the draft. Stay in the draft. We've got a second on Sauter, so I'm not too worried about him. 3 and 4 is definitely the corner that I have issues with, which is unfortunate because those are the last 2 corners on the track. So, but we just gotta be super aggressive in 1 and 2. 3 laps to go, and hope that we can at least keep the gap the same. He says as he does not get all the way to the bottom there. And that pretty much solidifies, without a caution, us being in second here. Then again, a caution could always happen. Infinger could also have an issue as well. But we also have to look at the positives of this is by far the best run we've had. Now that I'm realizing we're faster than Sauter, I wish I had been a little more aggressive in blocking Infinger, but this is still an excellent run for us. This will help us in the point standings. We didn't get any stage points, unfortunately, but without fuel, I think we're gonna be fine. Completely forgot about fuel. I think are we coming to the white flag here? Yes. All right, we're fine. White flag was out, sponsored by Sunoco, fueling victories and second place finishes. But yeah, this is definitely by far our best finish, our best run. Would have loved to have been a little more aggressive with Infinger, knowing what I know now. But we're also falling off a bit here at the end with old tires, so don't know if I would have been able to stay up there. Even if I'd been more aggressive, but a second place effort is excellent. Career day for Gold Mine Racing. Alright, but the second place effort, Ben Rhodes won, I believe, both stages, but is relegated to a 4th place finish. Grant Infinger wins, I believe that is a first time winner. So we have yet another winner. So honestly, winning is probably not going to help us in this situation as far as the playoffs go, because we have to also be there on points, because it looks like there's going to be more winners than there is playoff positions. So, but still a second place effort. That's going to help us in the money department too. Oh yeah, that's enough for that suspension upgrade just in this race alone. And we sold a little more merch. We sold probably another t-shirt on top of what we usually do. So that definitely helps out. We moved up to 16th in points, gained 2 spots there. But we're definitely on the right track, but we do need a win and some help if we're going to make the playoffs this year. Let's head back to the menu. 28 fans, a really good payday. That'll set us up well. We also complete the incentive contract as well. We got some mixed messages here. Ben Rhodes says somebody has some major beef. But thank you for that information. Stuart Friesen, let's see what he has to say.
Great top 5 finish. That was impressive.
Thank you, Stuart. I appreciate you. Nice top 5. Wouldn't be surprised to see you on the podium next time. I was on the podium this time, but... Well, I mean, the F1 podium is top 3, but... thank you, Harrison. Austin Hill, that might have been your first time at Charlotte because you were all over the place. I finished second. And where did you finish, Austin Hill? Not second, but we'll apologize. Because we're friendly. Let's see what we got going on next. Looks like another doubleheader, so I'll do dirt race off screen. Well, no, I'm probably going to sim it. But we got some feelers to some teams here. This is for the Extreme Dirt Tour. Not super concerned about this, but we'll just do that for... but we got Eldora in the Extreme Dirt Tour, and where do we have next? Was it Texas? In the... Trucksters, Texas, yes, and then Iowa, which will be miserable. But Texas should be okay. We'll see. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. And click that little notification bell so you get notifications every single time I post a video. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.